So, what do you believe that you can bring to the table if we take you on?
Could you repeat the question, please?
I've tried everything, but I feel like my English is not getting better no matter what I do. I think I'm going to give up.
Maybe when you were a beginner, you felt like your English improved really fast. In just a few months, your English got better and you started to feel more confident. But now, for some reason, you feel stuck at intermediate level. No matter what you do, your English never seems to get better. Maybe you feel frustrated because while you can watch movies in English, you still need the subtitles. Maybe you understand every single word in a sentence, but you feel lost because you can't understand the actual meaning of that sentence. Or maybe you have tried everything. Courses, books, methods, schools, but nothing has worked. If you are an intermediate learner who wants to break free and finally get to an advanced, fluent level of English, stick around because this video is for you. By the end of this video, you will have a more clear vision of what to do if you want to take your English to a true advanced level. You will learn the exact things you should focus on in order to become an advanced speaker of English. But before we start, make sure you join our community of over 300,000 learners who, just like you, are ready to take their English to the next level. Just hit the subscribe button below to join the global conversation. Have you ever experienced this?
You're watching your favorite TV series with subtitles in English and you can understand it just fine. Maybe you don't understand every single word, but you can follow the story and enjoy the show. However, the minute you remove the subtitles to test your listening, something terrifying happens. You can't understand anything. Suddenly, you feel like a beginner again, or worse, you feel like an imposter, like someone who still doesn't know English even after studying for years. What is going on here?
Believe it or not, every intermediate learner experiences this, and that's absolutely normal. It's part of the process when learning another language. In time, your listening skills will catch up with your reading skills if you continue to study and don't give up. But let me give you a couple of tips that can help you overcome this faster. Listen to English more often. I know this may sound obvious, but it's true.
Maybe you've gotten used to always having subtitles to read, a transcript or any kind of visual aid to help you. But when was the last time you only listened to English? In your study routine, make sure you include moments where you will just listen to the language without any help or visual material. Podcasts are excellent for this. Close your eyes and simply listen. If you do this regularly, you will start to become less and less dependent on subtitles and images.
Learn about connected speech. Connected speech is how we describe when native speakers reduce, cut, or connect sounds when they speak. This is absolutely crucial.
Make sure you study connected speech and learn about the main sounds and letters that are reduced, cut, or connected in spoken English. Also, it's important that you train your ear to identify these patterns.
If you want to get started with connected speech, we highly recommend you watch this lesson about how to cut sounds when you speak English.
So, what do you believe that you can bring to the table if we take you on?
Could you repeat the question, please? Let's analyze this question. What do you believe you can bring to the table if we decide to take you on? If you're an intermediate learner, you probably understand every single word of this question. Let's look at each word individually.
What do you believe you can bring to the table if we decide to take you on?
These are pretty easy words, aren't they? However, can you understand the meaning of this question? Here we have an idiom, to bring to the table, and a phrasal verb, to take you on. To bring something to the table means to contribute something of value to a discussion, project, etc.
In this context of a job interview, the interviewer wants to know what contributions the potential employee will make if she gets the job.
This phrase is an idiom. An idiom is a phrase or expression that can't be understood literally. If you feel stuck in your English, learning idioms can be a game changer for you. These are expressions that natives use regularly. By learning more idioms, you will be able to better understand natives and sound more like a native yourself. To take someone on is a phrasal verb that means to hire or employ someone. In other words, to give someone a job. If we rephrase this question, we have something like, what contributions can you bring to our team if we decide to give you the job? Much better, right? Notice that while the idea expressed in both versions is the same, you would probably understand one better than the other. This is why learning more idioms and phrasal verbs can be the difference between becoming an advanced speaker of English or staying forever stuck at intermediate level. If you focus your efforts on improving your vocabulary with idioms, phrasal verbs, and groups of words, word chunks, you will definitely feel that your English is getting better again. As you can see, learning connected speech and improving your vocabulary are two very important pillars to achieve English fluency. That's why we created our Fluent with Friends course. In this course, you will learn some of the most common words and expressions that natives use. You will also learn how natives reduce, cut, and connect the sounds. If you're tired of traditional school methods and want to make yourself fluent, you will love this course. You can start learning today with our free 3-part masterclass. All you have to do is click up here or the link down in the description below to sign up now.
I've tried everything, but I feel like my English is not getting better no matter what I do. I think I'm going to give up.
Maybe you're discouraged because you feel like you have tried everything, but for some reason your English still feels stagnant. In the last part of this video, I will give you one very specific topic you can study in order to start to see progress in your learning again. Study word formation. There are 4 different types of words in English: nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. It's common for words in English to have some or all of these forms. Let's take the word beautiful. Beautiful is an adjective that means very pretty or attractive. For example, she's a beautiful girl. However, did you know that you can form other words from beautiful? We can form a noun, beauty. For example, many artists try to represent beauty in their paintings. We can form an adverb, beautifully. For example, he sings beautifully. And finally, we can form a verb, beautify. To beautify means to make something beautiful. For example, I bought some pictures and vases to beautify my apartment. While most intermediate learners probably know the words beautiful and beauty, they don't realize that we also have the words beautifully or even beautify.
This is why we call it word formation, because we take a word that we already know and form other words from them. Also, notice that depending on the form of the word you use, the sentence must be written differently.
The key to mastering word formation is learning about prefixes and suffixes.
Prefixes are added to the beginning of the word and suffixes are added to the end of the word.
Their main purpose is to change the original meaning. Perfect, imperfect, perfectly, imperfectly, perfection, imperfection, to perfect, success, successful, successfully, unsuccessful, unsuccessfully, to succeed. Word formation is also an excellent way for you to get out of intermediate level because it forces you to use the words you already know in a different way. You can start practicing this by making a list of words you already know and looking for different forms of each one. If you have a verb, try to think of the noun form of that verb. If you have an adjective, try to find out the adverb form of that adjective. Once you learn all the possible forms of a word, learn how to use each one in a sentence. Word formation is such a fascinating topic that we can't discuss all of it in just one video. If you'd like to learn more about word formation, leave a comment down below with the phrase, "I want to learn word formation." If there are many requests, we will create more lessons on this topic. In this video, you learned very specific things you should focus on if you want to keep progressing with your English and become an advanced speaker. Do you remember what they were? Listen to English more often. Develop the habit of just listening to the language without any visual help. Learn about connected speech. Study how natives cut, reduce, and connect the sounds when they speak. Then practice speaking using connected speech elements. Improve your vocabulary by learning more expressions. Learn different idioms, phrasal verbs, and collocations. Study word formation. Learn how to use prefixes and suffixes to form new words from the words you already know. And here's the list of the 5 new words and expressions from this lesson in case you want to take a screenshot. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you like this video and share it with a friend who's also learning English. To keep learning more about this topic, check out this video next.
Yeah, that's the feeling. But your Spanish is quite good.
Yeah, thanks. I guess that deep down I know it, and I do get by in most situations. So I said here that deep down I was aware I had a good level of Spanish. Use deep down to refer to things that you feel strongly about